All right, let's do a nice audio and visual check. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Let's get a few things set up on my end. Good, good. Sounds good, looks good. How about myself? I'm always doing good. Always. Most of the time. Most of the time. 25 XP. Nice raspberry. Yeah. I tell you what, 8 Mile. I'm always going to be showing up to streams with dingers. Cuts and bruises. It's part of the game. Part of the game. It's not the NASDAQ. It's the guy, other guy on the side of the ring. Gold rally, 20 points. Okay, well, let's get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our top step risk disclosure. Everything that I go over live, anything, Slow Markets, Day Show, London, it's for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. And yeah, definitely not a signals class. Give me a few seconds. I'm still getting a few things set up. But yeah, how's the markets treating you tonight? If you are trading, let me know in the chat. If not, let's get set up to do some analysis. Do some analysis of these markets. Oh, here, Flammy trades. Why you block the account balance? What about being transparent? This is for me, not you. I don't care about anybody else when it comes to my personal trading and the way that I trade. If you want to see the account balance, you can. I've showed it before. You just have to pay attention. I show it during fast markets. I've shown it before, but it's not something I'm focusing on. I don't care about the account balance. I don't care about any of that. It's about process. It's about me placing a trade. It's about me going through and becoming a better trader. Not anybody else. And hopefully you guys get to see that. So if you care about that stuff, you might be in the wrong place. If you care too much about it, right? Focus on your own. Focus on your own process, developing your own process. And yeah, that's why I have it hidden for my own, because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. The moment I start thinking about it is when I start to screw up, right? Having the contest with Baron, which is fun and it's great, but at the end of the day, it's about me improving my trading. It's about helping traders go like they could see me go through this journey as well. And part of that is not looking at your account balance, not looking at any of this. I mean, I was even thinking about closing or blocking out everything up there. I don't know if I could do that. Just don't pay attention to any of that. Just trade. Follow a process, and what do they say? Take care of the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves, or something like that. How do you hide that? So yeah, so in the settings, you go to privacy, and you could go through each one of them, and you can say, hey, I'm not going to look at any of that. I'm just going to focus on my trading, not going to look at any of that. And so you could do just that. Go through and see which ones you want to show, but yeah, that's how you do it. And I honestly, my big suggestion, if you are trading, and you don't even have to be a trader, or a streamer, I would suggest hiding it. I would strongly suggest that you go through and you just hide everything, right? Maybe not your daily loss limit, or maybe you just go through and at least hide that, or just hide it all. And then instead of looking at dollars, you just go to points, right? So when you place a trade, you don't see any dollar signs, like no dollar signs. I just place a trade. Maybe it's in a micro, and that's it. I mean, I won't see anything, right? I'm going to do this as an example in a, let's go through, I'm just going to do it. What's with micros? Let's go micros. Yeah, you can look at percentages, right? You can look at percentages. Let's go through this. Watch. If I was going to place a trade here. Oh, where'd the DOM go? I thought I had the DOM up here. There it is, right? So if I get it to where I just want to, this is an example. I only want to focus on the process. If I get into a trade, chat, I see no money, right? I see no dollar signs. I just focus on the process, right? I'm risking 6 points. Maybe I'm risking 20 points and I'm looking for a push higher. Like, okay, I want a 1-to-1 risk reward, right? Not even have to sit here and watch. I don't care about the dollar amounts right now. I'm just focusing on this process, trading micros. And yeah, I would highly recommend doing this. So you don't have to pay attention to any of that. Points, you don't have to look at this. Maybe instead of not needing to look at that, one thing you could is like seeing your daily loss limit, right? If you have like a daily loss limit and maybe you're this, it's hard because that's what we watch, right? It really is what we watch. We watch it all the time. We make emotional decisions, but I'll just get out of this. I don't want to. It's not set up. So let's go through. Let's go through this. Yeah, Topstep does have a sim account in the new dashboard. Let me go through and let's do our regular Topstep. Let's do slow markets analysis. Let's do it. I like to start on the daily. It's the same. It's the same on all slow markets, right? Same on every slow markets. I start on the daily, and this is kind of my routine. It's daily and starting to zoom in. So from the daily chart, what's changed? Not much, right? We've just been doing what markets do lately, and that's going up and to the right. You can see last week and the week before we got some volatility. We had a nice sell-off for 2 days, bounced right back up, and you could even make an argument to say, yeah, we're kind of right back into the things. We're kind of right back into our trend. We had a little bit of a scare, a sell-off, and we popped back into there. And so could we just see this market continue in this direction? I'm going to say why not? Unless there's some dramatic news that could push this market in either direction, either way dramatically. But trend is your friend. I've learned that. We should probably all learn that the hard way, right? Where it just, maybe we just continue to drift higher. We have all-time highs at these 060s. That could be a nice target this week to see where these all-time highs are going. We could go through and let's take a look at the news. What news events do we have this week? Monday, some core some data coming out of Japan, Fed speaker. It's kind of a light Monday, to be honest. There's not really much going on to really talk about on Monday, other than obviously Trump might be drop a tweet. Tuesday's a light day too. Wow, Tuesday, there is not much going on Tuesday either. Let's keep searching. What's going on Wednesday? And that's when we're starting to get some PMI, flash PMI. That's going to be, and then, oh yeah, that's right, Jackson Hole, just up the street from me. Jackson Hole, we have, that's going to be maybe the key point that I'm going to be paying attention to. See what's going on at the Hole of Jackson's, and then some international PMI flash PMI. Jackson Hole on Thursday, Friday. It's a light week, honestly. That is a light week. Isn't there FOMC on Tuesday? Is there? It's just the minutes, right? It's the minutes. It's not going to be too dramatic. The minutes are just exactly that. They're minutes from the FOMC meeting. So not too crazy. But you never know. There might be something in those minutes that will that could surprise these markets. Thursday says PPI. We have PMI. We have PMI on the 21st. But other than that, I think it's a pretty light week. A really light week when it comes to news. Like, yeah, we have the PMI, and I don't think the minutes are going to bring too much volatility. Jackson Hole, I think it's just going to be headlines. If there's any headlines on the Twitter. I mean, you can see markets up 0.25% here in the NASDAQ. We had that pullback. We got this nice little pullback here. So I think there could be, well, we're seeing some continuation tonight. We got as low as the 720s. Let's zoom in now. We're going to go ahead and zoom in like we normally do. Zooming into an hourly chart. And yeah, see anything? You see anything, chat? Where, let's draw this out, right? We got maybe a higher low right there. There's a pivot. There's a higher low. We got some consolidation here. And are we seeing anything? Right? We're trends. I am a technical trader. Is this possible? Is this possible? Do we see continuation? Is that possible? Why would we? I don't see a reason not to, right? Why would we not? So far, like, to me, this market is telling me it wants to go higher, right? That Wolf says not possible. I mean, we could do anything, right? This market could do anything it wants. But as of right now, from a technical standpoint, this looks bullish to me. I would not see why we wouldn't move up and to the right. Now, pending a headline, right? A headline could come in and just shake everything up, right? It'll change everything. But yeah, bullish to me. Looks bullish to me. We are at an interesting level, like we always are. We do have, I mean, look at all this resistance here. Lots of resistance in this area. So maybe we don't break tonight. Maybe we wait until the London session. There's some support around here as well. So there could be a possibility as we do something like that, right? Maybe we see some resistance, but it's not resistance, and this market isn't one that I really want to be shorting. And if I do take a short, it's going to be like 5-10 points, nothing too crazy. On the 5-minute chart, yeah, we're seeing some resistance. We're starting to zoom in here, right? We started on the daily, now the hourly, now we're starting to really zoom in, and you can start to see some of this major, like these pivots. I call these pivots support and resistance. Can we see a pivot right here? Maybe there's a possibility. We see a little bit of pullback tonight. Remember, slow markets on Sundays, it's an hour long. So yeah, let's see how this market plays out. I'd rather look for dips to buy. I'd rather look for a nice little pullback or sell off, maybe at an area of some consolidation, support and resistance, and then find the long opportunity for a push higher. See, I'm getting pretty good at this drawing tool. I like this. This is my new favorite drawing tool. Yeah? I'm moving on up. Becoming a better teacher. Better instructor. Let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at gold, shall we? Dang, gold bounced. And gold's the market. Gold's the market that's moving tonight. We are seeing some movements in gold. Let's take a look at the hourly. That is pretty bullish, if you ask me. Pretty bullish. I mean, you take a look at this, and I'm going to use this drawing tool again. There is a lot of areas that buyers are stepping in, and this is like a nice support and resistance zone, to be honest. Yeah, right, like lots of support and resistance here. 33.69. So I could see that this is definitely a zone for these markets. The next one, if we do fail and break, you can see that's another obvious one, maybe 33.30s at that level. I'm having some fun with this drawing tool here. So we bounced off of it. On the hourly chart, this is a 3-bar reversal. This is a beautiful reversal candlestick, right? Right there. Right there. We crossed above that line. And so we reversed. We're headed back up. My next question is going to be, can we come back up here and let's get this. Can we move this? We can't. Oh, whatever. Can we come back here and test these 90s? Test these 90s. Oh, come on. We got to get this out of the way. There it is. Yeah, maybe we come back up here and test these 90s. Get that. Maybe you're there. Yeah, test those 90s, 390s. I see. That could be not too bad of an idea. Not too bad. Looking for opportunity to buy it. Let's zoom in into 5-minute. 5-minute. Man, what a rally already. This has been a move. You can see where we opened up tonight. And we opened up basically, there's no gaps. We haven't seen gaps lately. Gaps have not been a thing for the past little while. But we opened up at 33.82. Not gap down. Sold off. That's quite the move here on gold. I mean, $16, 0.5%. From low to high, that's 0.5% worth of rally. So I could see gold maybe moving back up to these highs, these 90s. That could be a trade. That could definitely be the trade. Let's watch gold. I'm going to be watching gold. I got some of it. It was supposed to be most of it. Yeah. You always want, man, markets will always leave you unsatisfied, right? Markets shall always leave you unsatisfied. While we're doing that, let's do a hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. I'm going to watch gold for an opportunity on a pullback. So let's zoom in. I'm going to now zoom in. I found the market I really want to trade. It's moving. We're seeing moving. Like, look, even on the 1-minute chart, we got that nice rally. Is this a flagging pattern? Are we going to see a bullish flag right there? Flagging pattern consolidation. Are we going to see a break higher into those 90s? Very, very possible. But let's watch it. Let's watch it. I'm going to watch that. Let's get this hashtag slow markets. Remember, if you know it, on the Twitterverse right there, there's the link in the chat. Go ahead and either tag me in it on, I don't know, a setup, a trade, something you find interesting. And then while we are at that, I am going to go ahead and post my gram, post my Insta right there. And we're going to watch gold, see if we could find a trade, or at least me, see if I could find a trade. And then this could be a nice chill Sunday. Chill Sunday. I've been disconnected all weekend. It's been nice. It's been nice staying off of the social media, not paying attention to what anybody's doing, just chilling, relaxing, kind of disconnected. Disconnected a lot. I need to trade. How do you make a practice count on the new dashboard? So let me go on to the dashboard. Let's see. In the dashboard, I don't want to tell you incorrect. You go to accounts, and then you click add-ons. You don't do cash giveaway anymore? I did. It comes out of my own pocket. Let me trading. And I do it for those that I care about, like the community. It's like, yeah, I'm doing okay and I'm well enough alone. And I prefer charity, right? I prefer to do it. I give away money to charity all the time. But yeah, I mean, I'm 31 years old and I prefer to just save my money and do that. But I want to help traders. I don't just give away money. Would you give away money? Let's get to some of these slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Remember, I'll filter through some of those. Getting a little bit of a sell-off here in gold. So let's see if there's an opportunity. Opportunity here, maybe, in the gold. If I had it. If you had it, you'd give it. Yeah. Yeah, if I gave money to everybody who wanted it, I would be broke. I would be broke. But I always give back. Thoughts on crude oil? I haven't looked at crude oil very often. I haven't. Good evening, Mr. Battle. Thank you, Dakota. NQ is trending nicely tonight, but it seems every morning of the NQ is green at the open. It consistently pulls back. Just buy dips. Buy the dips. That's been kind of the theme of the NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ hits all-time highs a lot more than it does all-time lows. Top of the hour coming in about 7 minutes. Can you check the YM? Okay, we'll wait 7 minutes. Let's check these other markets. Okay, I'll take a look at crude oil for you, for everybody in the chat. Let's take a look at crude oil briefly. We had that. Ooh. I mean, it's been a while since I traded crude. Just kind of trending down, right? Trending down. That's a tough one. I'm not sure on crude. It's been so long since I traded crude. YM is probably the similar situation as the NASDAQ. Looking bullish. This YM looking bullish. Is that a double bottom? Are we going to go through? If we could break through this 45 160s pivot, maybe we get a nice push up higher. But let's get back to gold. I'm a trader. I'll get to some questions. Ooh, let's get some of this. Clear up these chats. Maybe gold might dip 6 to 8 points at top of the hour and give a pullback to buy. I want to be a buyer of dips here in the gold, not the NASDAQ, yeah, NASDAQ too. But we'll see. That's a pretty bullish candle. The only thing is, I don't want something like this to happen, right? We have a very bullish candle and we just dumped. And so it's very possible. I mean, it happens. There's no trade that's 100%. That's what risk is. That's why we have a stop loss. But gold is very bullish. There's so many charities, it's unbearable. There's a lot of charities, right? There's a lot of people, and everyone's asking for handouts. But for me, I like to take care of those who take care of me. Of course, family and what's close to myself, right? Everyone lives their own unique life, and they'll have something that's very close to them. For example, like myself and breast cancer. Breast cancer charity is very close to me more recently than I've never even thought it'd be something like I would have cared as much about. Maybe a pullback down to 33.83 open. Okay, I can see that. $33.83. Did I buy my mom a house? No. But what was the previous? What was that previous 1 hour bullish? Same as the 1 hour open. I mean, this. You talking about this? I'm long 1 micro at 33.69. Okay, that's a good price if you got in at 33.69. Gas prices are the same now as they were when crude was over 80. Why do you think that is? I mean, there's probably tons of reasons, and it depends on where, right? Where are you at in the world? Topstep's international, so we have traders from around the world, so it's very hard to do that in general because a lot more goes into gas prices than just the cost of crude oil. Pretty sure, yeah. NQ looking to short. Ohio. I am a charity fundraiser. Took a month of back to the grind. Next 30 minutes. Okay. Beginning for my life. Come back down. Okay, let's get, as we're waiting, we got 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's go through some of these hashtag slow markets. So we got Kins FX. Kins FX. Wonder if you traded Forex. You can trade currency futures here at Topstep. You just type in, I mean, like the euro dollar, right? You can trade the euro dollar here at Topstep. But nice trading. Looks you got me up on a web browser like that. Let's go. Lego my ego. I'm not sponsored by them, but you know, they could. Here you go. Triple J's. Here's the next one. Triple J's. Grinding micros while watching the goats. Man, I like that. I like that computer setup. Dang, I thought that was my computer for a second. That looks just like my computer. Very, very similar to my computer. I like the funded traders. Look at that. Funded traders on the wall. And you have this candlestick technical analysis there. Look, chat, if you ever want to know, just pull up something like this. Candlestick patterns. Come in here. I get traders all the time asking me, what is a 3-bar reversal? You can Google candlestick patterns. Very basic ones. And yeah, great work. I like to see that. All right, let's get to a few more while we're watching this gold. I want to see a better pullback here on gold. Richard Harris, yes. Gregory Fly in here with a $1,300 worth of profit, and it looks like a nice banger here in the NASDAQ. Nice. I like it. Sell stop, buy limit. Looks like you're just carving it up. Looking good. And it's just the start of a Sunday. This week just started. You're already up $1,300. My point was comparing the 1 hour bullish candle without session data doesn't make sense. My point was a 1 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish candles without session data doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, you're saying comparing this 1 hour bullish candle with us being open for only 3 hours? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure. All right, 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Let's see how this gold does. Now remember, I'm not going to be forcing trades. I know it's entertaining to watch me trade and to watch trades be put on, but I'm not going to be forcing any trades. I have my XFAs, my 5 XFAs. I'm up. You can see how my days were. Bad day, good day, and we're just starting out this week. And I've been holding trades pretty long in these XFAs. So we shall see. I don't know. I think we'll go back to testing all-time highs this week. Are you talking about the NASDAQ? If you are, I did my analysis earlier on the NASDAQ, and it's, like I said, if you're missing the beginning of fast market or slow markets, you're missing some good analysis. I do a lot of good analysis at the beginning. We start 7:30 p.m. Central. Okay, here it is, top of the hour. We're seeing some, you can see the volume come in here on gold. See how it's starting to move a little bit more. No, comparing it with the previous 1 hour bullish, you pointed out where it reversed. Oh, you're saying like comparing it to previous. Davey Havoc. The old Dakota would put in a random trade. It wouldn't be random. It just wouldn't be as, the quality would be less. It would be lower quality of a trade. How about that? Is that a fair argument there, Davey? The old Dakota would put on a random trade. Yeah. The old Dakota would put on a lesser quality. Holy moly, what happened here? Where? You like this version? Well, we get the. It's not as entertaining, but we got to do it. We got to quality over quantity. Showing traders the correct process, better trading. Patience. I think it's all going to depend on what Powell says on his testimony this week. If it goes higher or not. Yeah, I think the testimony is going to be big. Not too much data coming in. Of course, we have headlines are with, what's going on with Trump, maybe Trump and Putin, political comments, anything like that can mean a lot. Okay, I like this. Oh, I was just gonna click on buy. I was gonna say I like this breakout trade. I like this breakout trade up to these 90s. So, and I forgot I need to adjust this. I need to put join bid. Where is it? There we go. No. What am I doing? No. Where's the market order? Yeah, join bid, join ask. Okay, that's right. Bring back the old Dakota. Bring back the old Dakota. Let me make sure I have all my settings right. I'm just missing out on this gold trade. There goes the gold. There's the FOMO again, chat. Having FOMO and doing something about it are two different things. So I now have FOMO because I just missed out on that gold trade. There you go. That's how it was. Maybe too patient. Yeah, there's always going to be a better setup. There's always going to be a better setup. I was looking, yeah. Patience. It was not an A+ setup. We'll watch it. I said I want to get in a pullback, and we haven't pulled back. That's not a big enough pullback for me. Maybe for the best. Well, the breakout trade is just looking for, a couple, just a little quick in and out. Have you though? You'd have gotten entry at 33.87 at best. No, the older me, I would have been getting in down here and just, yeah, who knows? I would have been getting a loss if this market sells off. Hindsight Capital, no FOMO. Now we watch, and now we wait, and now we be patient. I'm ready to go. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. What's the NASDAQ doing? A whole lot of nothing. Nice and calm. 3-bar. Yeah, that could be a 3-bar right here on the 1 minute. That's for sure. NASDAQ ranging, boring. Market respect, bearish trend in the 1 hour. Oh, I want to see just a run of stops before I get in long in the gold. We didn't get much of I wanted a stop loss run here in gold first. Maybe a run down to this area, these 80s. We still might get it. We still might get it here. Sunny Smiles, are we bullish or bearish on the NASDAQ? Sunny Smiles, I am always bullish. I am a bull. I am a bull on the NASDAQ. I don't know. It'll change if I'm looking at the 1 minute or the 5 minute, but overall, I like to see the NASDAQ go up and to the right. What's a 3-bar? I'm not familiar with that. It's 3-bar reversal. 3-bar reversal. You can Google it. It's relatively common, right? 3-bar reversal. These 3 bars. 3-bar. And we're just patiently here waiting. And oh, I got the music and I forgot to give it to everybody. I'm over here jamming out to music and the chat was not getting the music. Can you hear the music now, chat? Is it too loud? Trying gold short. Yeah, this music is a little Christmassy, huh? Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, you're right. We're changing this. It's supposed to be lo-fi hip hop. We're gonna go back to. There we go. Was that the run of stops? Really, gold? Was that considered the run of a stop loss? Everyone had their stop loss stacked at 84.8. Because I could see us getting into these 90s. That was the freaking pullback, huh? Let's see what. I have 1 minute. Gold 33.91. Yeah, I like 92s and 93s here in gold. Patience pays. Let's take a look at this NASDAQ. Run. NASDAQ not doing too much. We're kind of just chopping right there. Gold. Gold. Let's look at 33.88. Israel A says, where is the reset code offered 2 weeks ago? I've never offered a reset code. That'd be the Asian session high last week. Maybe sweep 38.90 first. I was looking for a bigger sweep than just this. Like that's not much of a liquidity sweep. Stop loss run. Stop loss is a better entry. Oh, in the email. And there goes the gold. This is some more upbeat music. Okay, now I'm okay with taking a breakout trade. Let's see if we could get these. I'd take 87. Let's see if we could get pushed back down. All right, let's get this. I am in it. I am in it, chat. This is playing for a breakout into the 90s. Oh, new session high. Let's see if we get some follow through. I have. Oh, I don't have closed position. Cancel orders. Cancel all. Oh, I need to flatten all. Close. Cancel. How the heck did I have my DOM set up, chat? closed position. Okay, whatever. That's good. That's what it was. That's how I like the DOM. That's how I like the DOM. What's my target? My target is going to be these 93s. 93s. I'm watching this price action here. We're seeing if we can get some follow through. And we just ticked all-time, or not all-time highs. We just ticked session highs here at 89. We just barely breakout trades. When I take a breakout trade, I want to see it break out, not fake out. Like, this is not a breakout right now. We're just hesitating. Just lots of hesitation right here in these 80s. Yeah, need these 83s. Like, I need to switch this to the 5-minute. Breaking in. Let's get to these 90s gold. If this takes too long, I'm going to consider closing it. Need that volume momentum behind it. Yeah, we're not seeing any volume or momentum behind this yet. It's nothing. We need the Momo. What's Momo? Is that momentum? This isn't a valid enough entry for me to add. Depending on the entry, I would consider adding on a pullback, but no. Nah, this is just like a one and done. One and done for me. No valid adding to this. If there is a better setup on, like, if it looked better on the higher time frame, this is not an overnight trade. Unless we get a lot of momentum and break through these 90s. Like, if we get up to like 94, one contract, I'm just all in, all out, right? All in, all out on one contract. I just can't, like, take one or two contracts off and leave a runner. This isn't as good of a setup as I would like. Someone says, don't buy the high. Don't worry, I did not buy the high. The high was 89.3. I actually bought it lower than what the previous price was. Right? For a moment there. There was green on the screen. Okay, can you consider moving my stop loss to 86.8? Move my stop loss below this pivot right there at 86.9. Let's get that break out. We got rejection at 89s again. This is not good price action, chat. Gold, someone says gold selling off. Is it really selling off? When we just barely ticked session highs? What do you consider a sell-off? Gold's up 0.12. NASDAQ breaking out. NASDAQ is breaking out. That's a valid statement. High of day is at 67. NASDAQ could keep going up. NASDAQ's up 0.25%. Gold. Gold's doing nothing. Gold's doing absolutely nothing. Someone's flipping their short to a long. It's not really a sell-off, but it might be rounding over. Yeah, when someone says, hey, it's selling off, this is selling off. This is a rally. All right. What we're seeing right now is sideways, right? This is sideways. So don't come into like a YouTube chat and say gold's selling off when we're a few ticks away from the session highs. TJ, gold violated you earlier on the sell. We're not going anywhere. That's like, well, it depends. Like if you zoom in, you know, if you zoom into like a 1 second chart, man, I can't even make an argument for selling off on a 1 second chart, chat. Like 5 second chart, is it selling off? No. I can't make an argument on any time frame that gold's selling off. Okay, you know, maybe they're looking at gold like this. Gold is selling off based off this chart. I just can't make an argument for gold selling off. I don't know. If we start going down and then we start breaking through these 84s, then we could say, yeah, you know, gold's pulling back. Exit this trade. It looks sketchy. Hey, I might take a loss here, but I'm not going to Lenny this trade. I'm not Lennying this trade. I will not Lenny this trade. I put $420. I put $420 worth of risk. $420. That's what we're risking here. We got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left is slow markets. Did anybody do anything fun this weekend? Richard Phillips. Yeah, I've traded a few different. I've traded currency futures, right? We trade currency futures here, right? There's Japanese yen. You type in 6, Australian pound, Canadian. There's lots of currency futures. I like the volatility of the NASDAQ during the day, and there's some volatility during the slow markets. Gold, you can see gold moves pretty decently here during this time, and I've really liked some of the consistency I've seen in gold. Barbecue some ribs on the smoker. I went on a yacht in Newport Beach, went crabbing, floated river. Pickleball tournament. I think I might have played pickleball one time. Laundry mode. W barbecue. Barbecue sounds nice. Barbecue chill. Watch the UFC. Was cuddling match main card with barbecue. UFC was nice this weekend. I need to go back and watch it. I didn't watch it. I disconnected from the internet, to be honest. I did sparring on Saturday morning. Coach, what's about 11:30 of slow markets? What do you mean? What do you mean, GZ? Okay, I'm gonna go back and rewatch the UFC then. A lot of people have been telling me it was very nice. Fishing tournament. What kind of sparring? Boxing. Adam. The boxing kind. I love UFC. Ravens won preseason. I don't watch preseason, TJ. 89th birthday. And got beat by her at in tennis. Table tennis. Okay. Pull with the family. Top 3 boxing movies ever. That's a hard one. Does Rocky count as one movie? Does Rocky count as one movie? Or does it count as like multiple? Creed is good. Okay, Rocky? Yeah, obviously Rocky. Gabe. Gabe spent the weekend scrolling Hinge. Hey, I went on a hot date this weekend. Spent the weekend scrolling Hinge, Gabe. On. Heyo. How was the date? All my dates are good. All my dates are good. Boss Mindset says, did Muay Thai for the first time. Interesting. Dozer TJ, what do you think I said to my date on what I do for work? Let's hear this. Come on, this has been a topic we've talked about a bit with Baron. What should I tell my date that I do for a living, for work? Come on, I want to hear. Typically, it's just finance. I'm a milkman. Investor? I work in finance. Yeah, I work in finance. That's what I say. I am in finance. But then they always hit me with a question like, what do you do in finance? What do you do in finance? Or if I can go on a date with a girl that's in finance, I'm an athlete. Yes, I am an athlete. I'm a YouTuber. The truth. Well, what do you think the truth is? I trade the financial markets. I am a liquidity provider for the largest financial markets in the world. A financial athlete. I'm a professional gambler. That would get him. But here's the thing, chat. You want someone to love you for who you are, not what you are. So how do you balance that one? Gabe says NQ's breaking out. All right, let's get out of this. I'll take the $300 loss. I'll take that $300 loss. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ breaking out. NASDAQ is breaking out. This is a true breakout. That's a breakout, chat. When someone says NASDAQ's rallying or NASDAQ's breaking out, this is what that means. Wait for the retest. All right, let's see if I saved $100 on this gold trade. I think I did. Now we're selling off. See all this consolidation? Bleh, that was a mess. We picked a direction now, so I'm out. I took the risk. Watch, we might just bounce off these 85s. I still like the gold longs, but I want to see that pull back and run. And we're coming up on 3 minutes. Look at that fake out. I was the liquidity. See, I'm a liquidity provider for the largest financial market. Let's see, any more hashtag slow markets before we go? Okay, let's get a couple more hashtag slow markets, and then we can call it an evening. Down $300 tonight. So here's one. XFA. Here's a trader in the XFA. Looks like they are trading as well. Up to, oh wow, up 2,000 knows that XFA, and it looks like it's ×5. So great trading there. Love to see it. I'm gonna go through and do a couple more hashtag slow markets. Oh, that was it. Good trading. That's it. Simple, straightforward, simple. I'm not really seeing much else. We didn't get any break in gold. We just went a whole lot of nowhere here in gold. Nasdaq was the breakout trade. This is what I was looking for in gold. We had to push up, we consolidated, and we just broke out. This is what I was looking for in gold. We did not get it. Unfortunately, that's sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Where would I enter in this NASDAQ? Same way I was trying to get in gold. I'd probably be trying to get into NASDAQ. If I was playing for a break in the NASDAQ, it would be in this area, getting in long, right? And my stop loss would need to be probably down here at these 50s. Stop loss, entry, one to one. Maybe find a way to tighten the stop loss up somehow. I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't say every break has a retest. This break has not had a retest yet. I could probably go back in time and find breakouts that's never retested before. I would say there's a good chance that there's a retest. You could probably run the numbers and find statistics on it if you know how to put into a statistics or something like what Baron does. But gold one, just so tempting to just get back into gold. News-driven events often don't. Yeah, news-driven events, headliners. You want to add in more? I'm long at 864. I can now see the opposite of this. I could see a sell-off back down towards these 80 level. But I think that's it, chat. I think that's it for me. Okay. I think that's it. One and done. And not much else. I mean, nice low markets. Gold looks like it now wants to break down. Now it might want to break down. So if not, I'll see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning. Bright and early for fast markets. And then, of course, tomorrow night for slow markets. Tomorrow morning for fast markets. And yeah, we'll see. I'm down 303, $303. We'll see how it goes. It's just the start, the combine counter. I know I'm going to have a setback. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because trading is difficult and I am trying to get through it too. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you then. Bye.